Hey y'all, I am KayDianna. I'll be your host for this amazing channel that I created. And I am 25 years old. I have an amazing husband, Eric. He is the love of my life. We have 4 little fur babies. Love them so much. Don't ask me why we have 4. It just happened. It was a God thing, okay? I am such a family-oriented person. I have everything to give to my family. I would not be the woman I am today without them. They have truly instilled such seeds in my life. And because of them, I am now a Proverbs 31 God-fearing woman. And I just love them so, so much. Another thing about me is that I graduated from Texas Christian University, go Frogs, with a major in news media studies, as well as a minor in film, television, digital media. What a mouthful. Basically, I studied all things film, social media, broadcasting. That's what I love to do. Thus, I'm here talking to you today. And another thing I love is being a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader. I just finished my 4th season. It's been such an honor, and I am so, so grateful that I get to do what I love every single day. I wouldn't have expected me to be anywhere near a football field in my 20s, and I get to do it. And so I'm just so thankful that God has brought me here at this time. And another thing that I love to do is my coaching business. I own KayDianna McKenzie Coaching. I love to mentor because those who mentored me made such an impact in my life. And so I want to give back, and that's what I love to do on a day-to-day basis. Now, what is KayDianna's Korner? It started a long time ago and it had a different name. Back in high school, I had a little segment I like to call Let's Talk About It. Basically, all I would do was sit down and just talk about things that came to my mind, no filter, and then I would just send it out to my friends on Snapchat. Sometimes I would post it on Instagram. It was very low-key, very chill, but it's something that I love to do just because I wanted other people to kind of relate to me. Because in my mind, I'm like, I cannot be the only one going through this, right? So that's what it kind of started as. And then as I transitioned out of college and into the DCC world, I turned it into kind of a segment of KayDianna's Korner with my teammates, where I just asked them fun questions, kind of getting their perspective on different things, just kind of throwing them for a loop. A lot of them got scared when I invited them into the corner because they had no clue what was going to come out of my mouth. But that's kind of where I found my love and my passion just for interviewing people and just kind of getting to see how they would react to certain things that I would say. And that's how I came up with KayDianna's Korner today. And I just truly wanted this platform to really show that this is a place for everyone. This is a place where you can be yourself. This is your place that you can find friends, you can find family, you can take off the mask at the end of the day and just be you and not be afraid to be you, and just have real talk and just you, me, someone else from time to time, just talking about life. And that's what KayDianna's Korner is. How I got the name. I really did some research on a name, and you're probably like, it's KayDianna's Korner. What is there? That's about it. But the name is a big thing, everybody. So the name, KayDianna's Korner, where does it come from? I'm going to be real. I'm going to be really real with y'all. It all started with alliteration. And KayDianna doesn't go with much. So the only thing that I could think of was corner, right? Just kind of worked hand in hand. But of course, making this, I didn't just want that to be the main reason why I called this KayDianna's Korner. So it had me thinking about corners. And I said, what is it about corners that are so special and unique? And the only thing I could really think of was the game Four Corners because I play it all the time with my little junior DCC girls. They love playing it. But I couldn't really get much out of it. I was like, okay, other than Four Corners, what is there? I'm like, okay, there's corners in every single building. They're close, intimate spaces. That's all I got for y'all. Then I kind of did my biblical work. And I went to the back of my Bible like anyone does. And I said, please let there be a word of corner or cornerstone that I can look up scriptures real fast and see what I got. There wasn't. There ain't no cornerstone, no corner in the back of my Bible. And then it went to next best bet, Google. And I looked up anything biblical, symbolic about corners. And I actually did find two passages. One comes from Leviticus and one comes from Isaiah. The one in Leviticus, now, I'm not a scholar on this, okay? So I'm not going to expand on everything. But the main thing that pointed out to me was anyone who owned a field and that they were in harvest season or a vineyard, it specifically says to leave the edges / corners aside for anyone who is in need. And this honestly created a gathering in a community for those who had things and those who didn't, and they came together and they just created a special bond. And I truly fell in love with that because that's exactly what I want for this platform, is that we can all just come together, whether you're the person that has the advice, the guidance, or you're the person that needs it. We can come together and share that with each other. And then another passage was in Isaiah, and it talks about how God's just going to take the four corners of the earth and just assemble all of them together. And what's so cool about that is such a perfect visualization of we can all come from different points of life, but when God just works his beautiful way of intersecting our lives, we can create a corner and we can talk and gather and just have something special and just talk about where we came from and how we ended up in the same place. And that's kind of the biblical side of how I got KayDianna's Korner. Now, the real life side of KayDianna's Korner is completely different from the biblical side, but all the same in some kind of way. When I was thinking about corners, the first phrase that really came up was, I'm in your corner, God's in your corner. And from that, I honestly thought about my mom. She was obsessed with, well, she is obsessed with all the Rocky movies and Creed, all the boxing movies, really. For me, I'm not a big fan of those. I don't do fighting, boxing, blood, sweat. I just don't do it. It's just not my thing. But the one thing that really stood out to me was when the boxer was in the ring, there was always someone that stood in the corner of the ring. And I was like, now, what kind of person just stands there watching this person fight or honestly get beaten up? I was like, who's doing that? And I looked up the official name of that person, and lo and behold, they're called the Korner man or Korner woman. And they are specifically there not to instruct you, not to tell you exactly what to do, but they're there to give you guidance. They're there to give you encouragement, advice. They're there if you just need someone to hug, and they're there to clean you up. Because either A, they have been in your shoes before, and they know what it's like to be in the ring, to fight those fights, and or they have seen you train and they know how you work. They know your footsteps. They know what's best for you. They know you. And that's why they stand in your corner. And I loved that because honestly, I feel like that's a perfect depiction of what KayDianna's Korner is all about, is that I want this to be a place for you that once you go through a round of life and you might have gotten knocked out, or you felt like you got knocked out, or maybe it was the best round of your life, you always have a place to go and someone in your corner who can either give you advice, encouragement, wipe you off when you can't see yourself, or just be there for you because you just need that person in your corner. And that's why KayDianna's Korner, you'll always have someone in your corner. I'm so excited to share this experience with y'all. I hope you guys are excited too. And I just can't wait. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a blast, guys. Join me, do all the things, like, subscribe, all the fun things. So I love you guys. God loves you. And there ain't nothing you can do about it.